Hi, welcome back to Let's Play Gateway to the Savage Frontier. Well, we kind of cut off in the middle of our character's rant. We woke up in the inn after arriving in Yartar only to discover that we'd been robbed. Which, if it sounds familiar, it's a lot like the opening from Curse of the Azure Bonds, except we don't have blue tattoos on our arms this time. The journal entry says that we had some money that was in a pouch under our pillow that the thieves didn't get, but that's all we've got, and we're going to have to equip ourselves from scratch, and that fancy sword that we'd brandished in the tavern the night before, that's gone too. So before we go anywhere, we're going to encamp and have our cleric and our mages memorize their spells. So I'm going to pause the game at this point and get that done, and we'll come back in a sec. And we're back. Notice this is our camp screen. Yeah, the fire is animated. I can show you real quick what characters memorize. This is our female mage thief. And she had these 4 spells to choose from as a level 1 mage, so we had her memorize sleep. And then the cleric, she had quite a few to choose from, and she had 4 slots to use for clerical spells, so we took a couple of Cure Life Wounds, and Bless, and Detect Magic. And then our male human mage, who's level 2, he had 2 spells he could memorize, so we went with the Magic Missile and to sleep. Since we're starting as such low-level characters, hopefully there will be critters that sleep will be useful against. So, now we're done with that, and we're going to save. And we need to go shopping now. I do have SSI's clue book, which will help with navigating. We do have to hit M for move. There we go. Yeah. Sign hanging above the door here reads the Inn of the Glowing Gem. Now, that door directly across from us is a tavern. We're not ready to go there until we've bought equipment. But there's a door this way, and that's the armory. And then there's a door directly to our east and parallel to the inn. That's the training hall. So let's cross the street. And the tavern's known as the Tired Traveler. And yes, you can get into tavern brawls here. And here's the armory. Yes, we are most definitely interested in weaponry. I'm going to say shortened appraise to app. We're going to pool. And we don't have a whole lot of money to spend, so we need to spend it wisely. So, let's get shopping. Yeah, I keep getting tripped up because the numeric keypad is organized just a little bit differently from some of the earlier games. So we're going to start with a single class cleric, and we're going to buy him. Let's see, a dagger and quarterstaff. And a bunch of darts. And we'll have him equip that and bundle those darts. Now I think next we'll do our mage thief. Now she can use thief weapons, which is going to take a little doing for me to remember because I've normally used a multi-class fighter thief. So I need to remember that a thief who is not also a fighter cannot use certain weapons. So I'm going to pause the recording and refresh my memory as to what weapons she can use, and I will be right back. And we're back. Okay, I think basically I need to remember with a thief to get short swords and short bows. Eventually I'd like to get composite short bows, but probably cannot afford that yet. And thieves cannot use shields. And they're not supposed to wear anything heavier than leather armor. I think they can wear studded leather, but they do take a penalty. Hopefully they can use slings. And we'll want to buy some arrows. Unfortunately, as a multi-class mage thief, she will be able to cast spells while wearing armor, which will be a big help. Now, hopefully I haven't guessed wrong on what she's allowed to use. Okay. Then I think next we'll go shopping for the cleric. Now she can wear heavier armor, but she doesn't need much in the way of weapons. So they're suggesting splint mail. Which I think is somewhere in quality between chain and banded from the other games. And she can use a sling, a shield rather, and a staff sling. And then we'll want to buy her a mace. Or maybe a flail. Flails aren't that expensive, and they do a little more damage. So we're equipping her stuff. And then, okay, the rest of our characters are all fighter types. And for them, we're supposed to buy shields, splint mail, broadswords, longbows, and arrows. So we'll get started on that. Yeah, it says broadswords. A little bit cheaper than the longswords. And we're on 7, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, I had to count how many bundles of arrows I was buying. And you'll notice that in this game, you get to start with clerics and paladins. With paladins and rangers immediately, which is kind of nice. You'll remember in Curse of the Azure Bonds, we hadn't been able to use paladins or rangers in Pool of Reading, so we had to dual class people into those classes. Okay, and I think one of these people he's a ranger, and he's a straight fighter. Oh. Okay, broadsword, longbow, shield, splint mail. I'm buying slings and arrows. Now, let's see how much we've got left. Actually, we probably could have afforded the long swords. But if I remember right, it always seems you're short of money in this game early on. Especially since you're saving up for promotions. And they are charging the 1,000 gold a pop for those. No, not that. Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted to buy. I can sell that, but we're going to lose money on the transaction, of course. Okay. Shield. There's our armor, and our sling, and our arrows. Okay, we'll get everybody equipped, and then we'll go explore the town next time. See you then.